Hello Gemini, beautiful Geminis. This is for your Sun, Moon or Rising sign for February 2020. My name's Laurie and welcome to Wellington Witch. If you're new here, I hope this brings you a lot of messages that you need to hear. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for bearing with me. I found this light, which is a godsend, it really is. And also, just to update people, my PC broke over the last 2 months. And so I've been doing things on my phone and my laptop. Now I'm building everything up on my PC again. Hopefully the videos will come much faster. And I'm doing this currently on my laptop webcam. So apologies that I don't have my microphone because that just, for instance, doesn't work. And also I just wanted to get these videos out. It's the content rather than the actual image that I think matters more. So let's have a look and see what Gemini has coming through for the February 2020. Again, you're different. The reason I say this, okay, you too, is because every single one I've done it. I think every single one I've done it differently. For Cancerians, I like to look at the card before I place them down. For you guys, I just place them down. For others, I placed them all in a row before I then looked at the cards, or then I was having to look at them all one at a time. It's completely different, and I feel this is the right way. No, you want to be up here, and I believe you want to come through here with an option of you in just a second. Okay, so let's see. Rest and rejuvenate. You're not the only sign to have had this, I have to say. This is going to be probably a theme for February. There's something that's coming through. I'm just going to get some clarification. Suffering in silence. Why are you doing that? Why are you suffering in silence? That's a question that I immediately want to ask you. Why are you doing that? Why? Is it because you are stressed about something? Let me have a look. For God's sake. Right, what's going on with you, Gemini? Let's have a look. Deception and envy. Temptation. Oh. Okay. Then destiny. We finally have a nice one. No wonder you wanted to come out. Not that any of these are necessarily negative, but they're definitely not what I expected for you, Gemini. Deception and envy. Some people are really, really jealous of you and they'll try and get in your way. That's the first thing that I'm seeing for February. Not to say that it's going to be a negative necessarily. Absolutely not. It's just a case of don't trust everyone who smiles at you, because you don't know what they're hiding behind that. It's very, very easy for somebody with a practice mask to put that on and then stroll into your life and make you think that everything is fine. I think that this is basically just to say, don't feel like you have to take the burden of something or a mistake that was made or something like that and then put it on your shoulders as though it's your own in February. Don't, because I'm a Gemini moon, so this could apply to me as well. I don't know what this could apply to for me, but this is not for me anyway. This is for you guys. This is just a case of you're overdoing yourself, and in overdoing yourself, I think you're secluding yourself. There's something that you're not happy with. Maybe it's your weight, maybe it's your job, your relationship, or how you're working at the moment. Maybe you didn't get something that you really, really wanted and you're just having a hard time. Maybe it's your health and you just want to relax and go to somewhere and just contemplate your navel in the woods or something. But there's something that, I think that you're having to rest definitely this month, and also gather your thoughts, gather something, because at the moment it seems like you're scattered. Something has just, like atoms, they're just showing me something like a ball just going into a thousand other balls and it's just going pew and scattering everywhere. Do you remember that advert that was in San Francisco and they released about 10,000 rubber balls that just bounced everywhere and probably broke a load of windows in the process? That's kind of what I'm feeling for you here. Scattered energy. You cannot possibly draw all that in and be whole. if you continue to scatter yourself and your energy. And I think this is actually lending itself a lot to anxiety. Not gonna lie, I think that you may have some high anxiety about your friends and emotions and who is hiding behind the curtain, because there's some suspicion here that I'm seeing, and it could be that your intuition is picking up that something is not right, but you're not together enough. Your energy is scattered over several different places. You're not together enough to actually focus on who is the one doing it. So this is spiking your anxiety or your unease, should I say your unease, and that's going to be something that you're probably going to have to take on board in February. Now, the deception envy, I don't see this as being a big thing. I know it's like, well, why are you making it a big thing, Laurie? Because you need to get it out of the way as quickly as possible. This could be the first few days. This could be even as you watch this video, you understand who it is. This could be when you're trying to kind of organise your life a little bit. I do see a lot of filing cabinets, a lot of storage, papers, everything. You try to organise your life and get things sorted. Maybe have about 15 calendars for different things. But there's something that's, I think, envy for you, and you may be looking at somebody else thinking, oh, you may be envious of each other. You know, you may be looking at each other going, wow, I didn't have that, or wow, that's amazing. There's something in February that you see, you get competitive. You see somebody else and you're like, you know, actually, I think that, well, that could be for me. But just a small thing. You know, so if you look at, I don't do this, thankfully, and I hope I don't start, but it's looking at other things on YouTube saying, oh, this person's got like 500,000 views and subscribers and all that kind of stuff because, you know, their desk is pretty or whatever, or their messages are great. That's fine, you know, and that's their thing, that's how they want to do stuff, and that could be, you know, their calling, and they draw in the more, you know, it's just a case of don't compare this month, I think. You know, it's just something like that. I can't really explain it as well as I'm trying to here. And it's about being grateful for everything that you have. Like, I am grateful for every single subscriber that I have, because I have shot up in the last year, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you. So it's just the kind of thing that you get thankful for. And then you get temptation here. So it could be that something is tempting you either to speak out, or to talk about something, or to say something that you're not very meaning, but, you know, like, okay, I've just looked at this card. This is one of the first times I've really studied it. Somebody could be promising you the key to something, or making it easier, or making it, you know, the key to somebody's heart, or the key to this, but there's a catch to it. And that, I think, is, you know, what they're trying to effectively remind you, is that there's not everything offered is going to be a guaranteed thing. Not everything offered is, you know, even though it's big and flashy, and they seem to suggest that there's everything you ever wanted involved. I don't think everything is. So this whole reading is a caution to not buy into everything someone's peddling. Again, even though I said with a smile, there could be something behind that. Don't trust everyone that smiles at you. There could be something there. And I'm not saying run around the world going, oh, you smiled at me, or there's a baby that smiled at me, what do they want? But just exercise caution. Because while you're resting, while you're rejuvenating, you may not want to drag people down and saying, oh, I'm not in a very good place here, or I'm feeling quite down in the dumps, or I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. You may not want to say that to everybody. You know, because you don't want to burden them with everything that you're doing. Not that it would be. Not that it would be. But I do get the impression that you are kind of just going to be quite down. But somebody's going to try and take advantage of the situation. And do keep your wits about you in this time. Do keep your wits about you. Because you have the wheel. And what this woman is doing is she's putting her hands over her heart. I don't know if you can see this reflective surface of cards. She's putting her hands over her heart, and she's being either protective or connecting with what her soul is saying, and she's asking to be delivered to that destiny. And you can absolutely do that when you're rested and rejuvenated, but don't suffer in silence. Ignore the envious, and also don't be tempted by things that seem too good to be true. Out of curiosity, I'm just seeing what this one was. Authority. You can be an authoritarian if you desire to be. You can be very strong, you can be very powerful, and this is educating you. This entire thing is educating you. You may even be teaching somebody else the way of the trade, and then the mentor is suddenly turned into the mentee, and it's kind of like this juxtaposition where, or fighting, in this thing where you're trying, hang on a second, I didn't even see you were going to do that. So there's something here that you just need to be aware of, because I feel that most, for those of you either with Gemini rising, maybe Gemini sun, but I get Gemini rising more. I'm just going to have a look at your moon cards as well, just to see what's coming in, because I don't want you to feel like, oh, this is going to be a crap month. It's not. You have a turning point. You have the Wheel of Destiny here. You have an ability this February to turn things completely around into your favour. You are going to have a luck on your side if you pay attention to it. An authority. But I think you need to ask people and be honest with people about how you're doing. Well, let's have a look. Gemini, work through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio. So if you are afraid, for instance, of anyone taking advantage of you, or doing something like that, or just being a little bit too, I don't know how to say it, just too in your face, or working through something that you don't really like. I think basically if you're worried about somebody or anything that I mentioned here, just work through them. You don't have to, how to say it, you don't have to succumb, I think is the word, and this one wanted to come out as well. Prosperity lies ahead, so you've got 2 new moons. Make the promise to yourself this month that you will not allow any negativity to overthrow your confidence or overthrow the path ahead of you. So I'm just going to do relationship cards here. Now this is not just romance, this is also to do with friendships and stuff. So, come on, what's a Gemini? Gemini, that was very strong. Okay, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, so it could be to do with you're worried about somebody else being jealous of some connection that you have with a partner, because that's easily done. People see other people and go, oh, I want that, I want what they have, and therefore they get really jealous of you. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, and this is to do with the wheel as well, the Wheel of Destiny. So this is basically asking you to be honest and open with yourself, because whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're focusing on, is going to come to you very, very soon. It's going to be very rapid in the way that it's received, the message is received by the universe and then delivered. So if you're focused on rest and rejuvenation, but you're feeling a little bit out of touch or lonely, reconnecting with yourself. Ignore these people. Don't give in to temptation to maybe withdraw. Don't become easily envious of people who seem to be better at something than you are. This is all for you and all for watching what, the mirror surface of other people are doing. Oh, well, I hope that helped you, Gemini. There's probably more to unpack here, but I just don't want to keep repeating the same points and boring you. So please do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. And if you're interested in a reading either for 2020 or just in general, let me know in the comments. Oh no, not let me know in the comments. I'm going back on myself. The links are in the description box below, all ready for you. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, those are there as well. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful February. You will have one if you're just aware of these issues. And I hope to speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care.